afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Walnut Lodge Foundations. This is week 4, day 2. Nice cold February day. The groundhog saw his shadow, so 6 more weeks of winter. But James said to have 6 more weeks of winter, you needed to have 6 weeks to begin with. Well, we had 6 weeks of winter. All right, so we need bolster, strap. I'm sitting on my block, and just like yesterday, something to put our feet under. We're going to do that all week, so you might want to set yourself up so that that's kind of an easy transition. Some of you might be sore a little bit today. Hopefully by the time we get to that work on the couch, it won't be too bad. My back felt really amazing and open after that, but this morning I'm a little sore. So that's kind of what you have to expect when we're adding things that are, difficult. So I see we have Amelia and Lori and Babs and Patty. So thanks, guys. Hope everything's going well. All right, miss you all. So anyways, let's get to it. Coming over onto our shins, testing out the quads. Maybe that's actually getting really nice and easy for me now. I can sit down and I don't have to really worry about waiting for my knee to adjust. That's usually what happens. All right, so coming forward onto the hands, spread them wide. And just start little rockings, moving the hands back if you want, or knees forward, elbows are straight and facing out. And then just get to that place where you feel the stretch. Go to the edge of it, come back out of it, go to the edge of it, stay there, breathe. And then kind of notice, are you pressing evenly through both hands? Are you leaning to one side or the other? Feel your fingers. Just breathe. Couple more. Tuck the toes. Sit back. Maybe move your hands a little forward to take that angle out of the wrist. And then push your heels. Ankle bones together. Really try to get the heels reaching and the toes stretching. Actually, when you push your heels back as far as you can, you'll get more of the Achilles soleus stretch than you will the toes stretch. So I've kind of switched to doing this one now because we're going to do one more sitting on the toes, and that kind of gets that pretty well. And come forward. Change the hands. Just take them back. I'm going to move mine back right away. And then I'm going to sit back, bend the elbows, and then let that work. Couple more. And release that. Tuck the toes And come back to sitting. Roll the wrists. Nice slow warm up. I know we're stretching and we're cold, but what's kind of nice about doing this for your wrists is you can really pay attention to what's going on. They're not warm, but you can feel the lines of pull. Like I could feel the tendon that I have trouble with going into my middle finger on my right hand. And you're just at the edge of that. You're not pushing anything. You're just letting the wrist go to pretty much where you can go and allowing it to bear a little bit of weight. It's not a huge amount of work at all. All right, coming forward. Release your toes, sitting back. Relaxing into the sockets. All right, now this will be important today because maybe your low back is a little sore. So tuck your tailbone, pull it up and into your chest. That's an exhale, and then inhale. Fold the pelvis into your thighs, sit back. Starting with the breath right away today. So exhale, pull, and come forward. Inhale, reach, and sit back. Exhale, pull, and come forward. Inhale, reach, and sit back. Exhale, pull, and come forward. Inhale, reach, and look up. Exhale, pull, let the spine and head follow that motion. Just like this. Inhale, reach the sit bone and look up. Exhale, pull and up. Inhale, reach and forward. Exhale, pull and up. Inhale, reach and forward. Exhale, pull. Tuck the toes. Inhale, reach, keep them there. Inhale, pull, and extend if you want, and go back to the flex. Now you don't have to do the foot if you don't want, or you could alternate as you go. I kind of like that the best. Tuck and lift the toes, sit back and arch and tuck the tailbone and up you come, and then extend and sit back. Again, pull the tailbone, lift it up, flex and tuck and arch, and tailbone pull, lift it up, sit, legs, feet extended, and really pull. More flexion in the pelvis, and tuck the toes and sit one more. Pull the tailbone, extend the ankles, reach it back, and last one, pull and up. Now on this one, tuck the toes and send the hips back. Keep the knees bent, send them back. Send them back. Now, pull the pelvis towards your face and come down and sit it back on the heels. Tuck your tailbone, pull up, tuck the toes, and push back and up into your guts and down to the sit. Exhale. Pull up, inhale, sit bone back, extend the chest, exhale, tailbone under, inhale, sit back, exhale, tuck it under, inhale, reach back, inhale, up you go, down to the sit. Last one. Exhale, pull the tailbone. Inhale, change the arch. Now we're going to stay here on this one. You can move your hands out just a little bit if you want. Drop your head and then stretch into that right leg. Feel your fingers. Push it. Kneecap lift. Feel that calf stretch. And then let the torso move. Inhale, exhale, push. It's just fluid. Inhale. You're just moving through the joints. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and change. Left leg. Push. Inhale, let yourself lift a bit. Exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, push. Keep breathing. Reach. Keep feeling the sit bone. Push away from the fingers. Feel the base of the thumb and the index finger. Couple more. Feel the fold of the pelvis. Last one. Press both and come down, sit. Let your hands relax, chest lift. And remember, we're doing this to feel the change. So use this little break to really send your brain around to the parts that we've worked, just to feel like the increased circulation, a little bit more nervous activity, maybe a little bit different position in the chest, your neck and head. Everything is starting. It's just gradual though. All right, going back to that down dog, and then we're going to pull out into that plank like we did yesterday. We'll do 5 of them today. Remember too, if you don't want to do them, just stay in the down dog or come down. I'm trying to build a nice slow patterns to build strength without a lot of strain. But it isn't that easy. All right, so come forward, tuck the toes, press back. Now knees together on this. Feel your fingers, base of the thumb, base of the index finger. Pull the knees to straight. Press through the heels, couple breaths. Now, we're going to exhale, tuck our tailbone into the pelvis, pull it to our face, and out you go into this plank. Keep your belly. And then inhale, lift, and come back. Exhale, pull, and out. Inhale, and back. Exhale, pull. Lower, keep your stomach, and push. Inhale. Exhale, pull the tailbone and out. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull and out. Inhale. One more. Exhale, pull. Keep pushing through your hands. Inhale, lift. Feel the fold and come down. Again, sit. Let your wrist roll if you need them. And then just sit. Feel the shoulder activity. All right, one more. So these are the pickups. Come onto your hands. Move the knees in. You're going to feel that tailbone pull up into your chest. You're going to shift all of that weight up onto your hands. Now, I've been pushing up from the backs of my feet. And I just realized yesterday that maybe some of you would rather have your toes tucked under. This is easier to sit back into, because when you have your feet extended like mine and you put more weight into them, it doesn't feel that good. So there's more of a tendency to pull the weight out of them, and that's kind of what we're doing. All right, press through your hands, shift forward, pick it up, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Breathe. And again, forward, pick it up, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sit it down, breathe. So you'd like to keep pushing the shoulders forward. Think handstand. Really trying to get the wrist to take a little bit more weight. So in order to get the weight forward, you want to stretch your legs a little bit more. Not that we're going totally to straight, right? We're not going straight, but we're just shifting forward into the wrist. All right? So, hands down. And push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down, sit, breathe. All right, last one. Just walking the feet, staying over the hands, pulling the thighs back into the hip flexors. And shift up and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. This is what I mean by the toes. It's easier here to do this. It's way harder here. Right, left, and come down. Wiggle the wrists. And at the end, it gets hard to count, and breathe. And monkey hands. Shift. Make a fist. Breathe. And release. All right, we'll be adding and changing that particular activity as we go forward into the next couple weeks. All right, so we're going to slide out on our stomach for our first cobra. I'm going to get a drink. So out we go. Nice and flat. This is just low. Press your feet, pull your quads, drive your sit bones, press your pubic bones, shoulder blades back, chest up, breathe. Really keep driving the sit bones, anchoring the breath. One more. Move your hands forward, elbows down, chin on the back of your hands or on the back of your fist. Let your neck go. Feel your upper back. Release that. Pull the elbows in, relax the shoulders, drop your head. Let the neck go, breathe. All right, pressing back to sitting. Grab your strap if you need it for this chest stretch, or you're just going to reach your hands back behind your hips. So if you need the strap, make a small loop, put it back, put your hands in, and we're going to stretch the front of our chest. Now, what we just did, that neck stretch, you feel it here, but then you really feel it between your shoulder blades in your spine, because you're really trying to feel that spine extend. We're doing the same thing here with this stretch, except now when we're at the arms, now we're trying to stretch through the pec line. So that's pec through the front of the shoulders. And for some people, that is really super tight. So you can't even get to the back extension, to that lift of the vertebrae that we just felt. So take your hands behind your back, interlace or use the strap, roll the shoulders, come up onto your knees. So I'm using my strap today, taking that sit bone and pushing down into the backs of my legs. Now, if your hands are interlaced, try to pull open on your hands or push open on that strap, and your chest comes up You can keep your head dropped down. And we're going to go inhale, chest forward and up. Exhale, tailbone down, stomach up. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Inhale, push the chest. Exhale, pull. Look to the high corner of the room. Inhale, up it goes. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. One more. Inhale up. Exhale. Release. Come to sit. And then drop your head and your shoulders. So the arms and shoulders are part of that extension, but they're just part of it. All right, so going back down, grab your bolster. And we're going to put the bolster, or you're going to put your chest rather, right on the bolster today. So we're not going to do any big arm stretch overhead. So chin on the bolster, my armpits are on the bolster, elbows are on the other side of the bolster. Just relax, breathe into your belly and feel your pelvis move. Just feel that pelvis rock back and forth with the inhale, exhale. Nice and easy. Now we're going to change that. Press your pubic bone. Now change the pattern so that you're breathing forward. Pushing your chest into the bolster on the inhales. And you feel that middle part of your back working. You feel the breath going into the ribs forward. It's completely different than what you just did. Let the ribs move as much as possible. And remember, all of this work is so that we can work that extension and then learn how to control the pelvis so that we don't ruin our low back as we move our torso. So now we're going to add arms to this, which will help. Inhale, chest forward, pull the blades back. You'll go up a little bit, and then on the exhale, take your sit bones and reach them towards your feet. Lift your belly up. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. Sit bones back. Inhale, pull. Exhale, reach. Inhale, pull. Exhale, reach. Couple more. Inhale, pull. Exhale, anchor those sit bones. Last one. Inhale, pull. Exhale, anchor. Now keep that strong anchor. Inhale, pull. Feel your chest going forward. Feel your feet press, your quads pull, your sit bones go down, your pubic bone press. Now take your hands back. 1, 2. Cobra. Inhale, chest forward, blades back. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. So way higher than what we worked before. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Keep going. Forward. Exhale, sit bones back. Inhale, forward. Sit bones back. Inhale, forward. Sit bones back. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 1 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Now we're going to release that. Roll that forward. Come down. Turn your head to the side. Profile. Now, breathe into the belly again and let your back go. And take your head to the other side. Breathe. And then come on back to center. One more. Chin on your hands. Move the elbows forward. Feel your upper, you can feel the upper back a little bit more now. Try to relax the back of your neck. Relax your pelvis. So what happens to me over the course of a couple cobras and a couple of these, I start out with my low back stiff, especially my SI joints, and by the time I get to here, I feel really good. That's the circulation, it's the motion, it's all of that. And then just drop your head, not doing this for very long. So as you're just relaxing that neck, we're gonna add the rollies next. Now I know some of you sent me messages saying that the rollies were not that good for you. You might wonder why we're doing the rollies. The rollies are a rotation pattern. It's core work. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do the rollies and think about our hips. We're going to do it first without the strap, and then we're going to do it with the strap, and then we're going to take those rollies into the side, the Sphinx plank and the side Sphinx plank, and we're going to try to incorporate the activity of the rolling into the transition from side plank to plank, because that's really why we do the rollies. And of course there's a lot of other core and stomach work attached to the rollies, but we're not going to get to that today. So just release your head, lay yourself out on your stomach, and we're going to lift our right leg and then cross it behind us, and then just kind of stay on your left hip. So we're going to go just half of a rollie and feel your glute and working into your low back, because that's kind of what picks that up, and then let it go past that and then just roll. Pick that leg up cross it, feel the twist of it, and let it flop you back. And again, lift it up. But to lift it up, you have to press down into that left side a little bit. Lift it up, cross it over, and let it go. Lift it up, cross it over. Stay here a couple breaths. So if you have a big twist, I don't have a good twist. You could probably keep your shoulder on the ground while your foot touches. So if you're one of these people, then the rollies are actually harder. So what I want you to do, everybody, is come back up here. Now pull your stomach tight and try to go, don't let your torso roll. And so you have to pull the rib cage down and into your back. Same thing here. If you pull your stomach tight first, so feel your right rib cage, or feel your rib cages kind of go down to your hips, then lift up. You'll roll onto your back faster because there's not as much motion available. Lift that right leg up. Same thing. Hold the rib cage to your hip and then go, and you'll go automatically. Now let's do the other one. Lift it up. Just let it go. See how much twist you have? Just feel it go. And then, here, eventually, you'll roll. It's this one that if you have a big twist, you'll eventually roll, but your foot might touch the ground before anything happens. All right, so what we're doing is we're looking at how the tissues act, how gravity helps us, how the twist can either assist or resist us, and then we're also looking at how we get that leg up in the first place. Of course, we're using our glute and our low back, the quadratus on that side, but you have to feel a little push into the leg that's down. So let's go the other way. So the left leg's going to come up, cross it behind, and then just roll. Pick it up, flip it over, and roll. Left leg picks up again, go halfway. Just halfway. So you're balancing on your hip, that leg is behind you. You can feel the quad or the hip maybe on a little bit of a stretch. And you can feel the glute holding that leg into the back. And then let it go. That's my favorite part, the letting go of it. All right, come up, twist. Stay there. How much twist do you have? Keep your shoulder down and then just kind of play between the shoulder coming up and the hip or the foot going down. And again, if you have not a lot of twists, the rollies are a little easier. If you have a lot of twists, you can literally lay here in stasis because you're balanced. And then just let yourself roll onto your stomach. All right, let's do one more to that side. So we lift and roll. Lift and roll back. Now, hold on to your stomach. Lift. See if you can get a little faster roll. And lift. Hold on to your stomach. Contract and faster roll. One more time like that. Lift. Hold on to your stomach. And roll. And lift. And stomach tight. Roll. All right. Grab your strap. So we're going to put it around our thighs, right above our knees. And actually, you want it, on this one, you want to have those knees kind of tight. All right, so we started with the right hip. So we're going to do the same thing. You're going to use the same muscles. It's just now you're going to have to pull a little harder because you're not going to have gravity. But it's the same glute line. It's the same low back line. So drive your sit bones, pull your stomach. So we need to keep the stomach tight. Now lift up with that right leg. Push against the strap. And then just come onto your hip. When you come onto your hip, feel your sit bones going down. Now pull your belly up. We're going to resist with the top hip and then slow motion roll. Resist with your top hip. Pull and down. Now we're going to go to the other side. Take your left leg, push it up. Push it up. Let it roll you. Feel that lower leg. Tailbone down. Belly in. Now we're going to resist with the top hip and roll back to the ground. So slow roll. To center. And we'll do that again. Pull your stomach, lift the legs. Now push that leg up. Tailbone down. Couple breaths. Resist with the hip and roll slowly onto your stomach. To the other side. Lift the left leg. Let it roll you. You get here. Tailbone down. Pubic bone up. Feel that line. And then roll back to your stomach. Resist. And release. All right. So maybe that helped. Maybe it didn't. They're really difficult. After my hip injury, that side is way more difficult than the other side for me. All right, so we didn't get to the Sphinx planks the last couple days. So elbows underneath your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Drop your head. Now inhale. Push the shoulders down, spine up. Exhale, release. Do that again. Up. Feel the blades moving to the sides of the body. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, stay there. Knees down, pick your butt up. Now tuck your tailbone under, lower to the plank. So pull your pubic bone, pull your tailbone. Feel your sit bones reach down into the back. Push up through. Every time you inhale, push away from your hands and your elbows. Every time you exhale, pull that pubic bone up into your spine. Feel your sit bones reach. And we're just going to do 5 shrugs since we have a lot of other arm work to do. So inhale, go up a little higher. Exhale, down. Don't let your stomach go. Inhale, up a little higher. Exhale, down. Inhale a little higher. Exhale, down. Inhale a little higher. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, keep your stomach. And exhale all the way down. And then elbows out. Today we're just going to sag the shoulders and drop your head, couple breaths. Not going to be here very long. So we're going to do that again. And then if you want, you go into a full plank. Once we get into the plank, either half plank on the knees or full plank, we're going to roll onto our right elbow. We're going to try to see if we can feel that left side of our hip rolling us, pulling the outside of the hip to our center line, trying to roll us up into that side plank. When we're going back, you want to lift your belly up and resist the roll going back with your hip. So your whole core is going to maneuver the change of position. At least that's what we're going to try to do. We'll see how it goes. We'll try to get through twice before we come down. So press the spine up, lift your tailbone up, stick your butt out, and then pull the pubic bone into your spine, the tailbone to your face, tuck your toes, and push. Now we're just going to hold this a couple of breaths. So you've got to keep the waist up. You have to feel the line going through your legs. All right, we're going to roll to our right side. So you're going to take that left hip, lift it up, roll it up. Now take that lower hip and push it up and into the left hip. Feel that whole line push up and off of that elbow. Of course, if you're on your knees, you're on your knees, right? Now you're going to lift your belly up. We're going to roll back to the center, try to resist with that left hip. Tailbone down. Now lift the right hip up, roll. Feel the underside come up, push away from your arm. Feel your sit bones reaching down to your heels. Now we're going to resist with that top hip and roll back. So lift up, resist the roll, and slowly back. Tailbone down. One more time. Left hip up. It's more efficient. Push up. You can feel the spine just kind of flipping position. Push up. Resist the roll. Center. Right hip up. Roll. Push up. Resist the roll. Down. Knees down. This time sit back. And breathe. Don't unsnap yourself. We're going to go right back to that. So just breathe. That was a lot of work. All right. Hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to make our way to our couch so we can get our feet underneath something. And we're going to do 2 rounds of the back extensions. Alright, so my strap slipped. I'm going to pull it back above my knees. And then putting my feet underneath my couch. Now just come up kind of onto your arms. And then let's just think about this strap and what it's doing for us. So we're going to push out on the strap. You can feel the side of your legs. Now if your feet are under like mine, just the balls of the feet in the arch, push up into your couch. If your heels are already or are under, then push the heels up. So we're pushing out first, then we're pushing our feet up. Then you're taking your sit bones and your tailbone and you're trying to go through your legs, pulling that pubic bone, pulling the sit bones, pulling the tailbone up towards your face, and then just put your hands out here. Just work your pelvis. You're trying to rotate the top edge of your pelvis to the ceiling as your sit bones drive down into the backs of your legs, right? Push up. Now keep trying to rotate. Now we're just going to take our arms out of the picture and we're going to hold that. You can hold wherever you can hold. We're really just working on that pelvis position. Breathe. Keep reaching the sit bones back into your glutes, pushing up on that couch, pushing your pubic bone into the floor, trying to reach that tailbone through the legs. Breathing. Couple more. Feel your hamstrings pulling your sit bones towards your knees. Last one. And come down. Turn your head to the side. And rest. I'm going to be up here on my elbows. I just want to talk a little bit. We're going to do one more round. So our goal here is to get that position, that low back position, as nice and long and straight as it can. And then we're asking those lumbar extensives, glutes, quadratus, to work at a longer length than we probably normally use. Maybe some of you, do use that. But it's a tremendous amount of work through the back line of the leg. I'm sure that you can figure that out. We're still not really thinking about pushing the chest forward. We're just concentrating on that position of the low back. So, when you're done with this, like right now, I can feel my glutes and my hamstrings. This morning when I got up, I could feel that my low back was a little sore. But it was mainly sore from the stretch of it, not from the work of it. How do I know that? Because right now it feels really good. All right, just one more round. So pull your hands down. It's a nice way to start because you can just really, your chest is a little elevated, but you can really get a good position here. So press out on the strap. Push your feet into the chair or the couch. Drive your sit bones down. Feel your pubic bone press. Lift your chest off of your arms and breathe. This time, as you breathe, try to reach your ribs forward. Don't look forward, just keep your head on your neck. Couple more. Try to go up in a half an inch or an inch every time you inhale. One more. And release. Press yourself back. Unstrap yourself. Tuck your toes. Push yourself back onto your couch. All right, now we're going to go right into a forward bend today. So, if you have the couch, use it. Hips over your feet, elbows down. Breathe. It's a lot of hamstring work. That's why we're going right into this. Now slowly we come up. Sit back on your couch if you have it. And then slide off into a squat. Relax your head. What's nice about this is, like for me, it's really hard for me to keep my heels down unless I put something there or open my feet. My feet are, pretty parallel, but I'm just really using this more as a way to relax into my legs, sitting up kind of tall. It's just a release of a deep stretch in the front of the hips, a deep release, deep flexion after all of that extension that we just did. And then stretch the legs to straight. Let the knees just enjoy that. Interlace your fingers behind your head. And we're just going to arch back a little bit over this couch. So feel the shoulder blades, and we're going to breathe this up. So you're going to inhale, push the ribs up. Inhale, push. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Last one. Inhale, up. Release the arms and just pick the head up. Couple breaths there. Keep the chest lifted. Feels pretty good. And then coming to sitting. That's it for this afternoon, February 2nd. Thank you for being here. Namaste.